Today we're going to go through some procedures that we can use when a child is taking words apart while reading. So for very, very early learners, the first thing that you can do is have them just point out the first letter in each word. So I have word pairs, and one word has a capital letter and one word has a lowercase letter. So for this activity, I'm just going to have the child point to the first letter in each word. He's not even going to identify the letter yet. He's just going to point to the first letter in each word. Okay, can you point to the first letter in each of these words?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so after the child is comfortable pointing out the first letter in each word, pointing out the uppercase and the lowercase letter, the next step is for him to compare the capital and lowercase pairs of words that have the same beginning sound. So now he's going to point out the first letter in each word, and this time I'm going to have him identify what the letter is. Okay, can you point out the first letter in each of those words? And what is that first letter?
L.
Can you point out the first letter in each of these words? And what is that first letter?
M.
And can you point out the first letter in each of these words? And what's that letter?
H.
Okay. So, you can also have the child, when he's ready, identify the beginning sound of each of the words. So if we look at this word again, have him point out the beginning letters. And what letter is that?
M.
And what sound does the M make?
Hmm.
Okay. So the next procedure we're going to show is I'm going to read a sentence and I'm going to have the child listen and anticipate the next word. So right here, I have the sentence, the dog can. And I'm going to ask the student, what word do you think is going to come next? The dog can
Bark.
The dog can bark. What letter would you expect to see at the beginning of bark?
B.
I'm just going to uncover that B. Is that a letter B?
Yes.
Okay, so you were right. That word is bark. The dog can bark. So after this procedure, I'm going to show the student a set of words, and I'm going to point out that even though they have the same beginning letter, that the ending letter is different. So, it, in, they have a different ending. It has letter T, and in has letter N. But, bus, they have a different ending. But ends in T, and bus ends in S. His, him, also have a different ending. His ends in S, him ends in the letter M. So I was just showing the student so when he starts to read that he's paying attention to the ending sounds. So now I'm going to have the child read a page, and in these pages there's going to be either an S at the end of the word or there's going to be an absent of the S at the end of a word. Because this is very important when a child is reading to attend to the ending sound. And it's a mistake that students make a lot. So here's the first page.
Come and see the elephants.
Come and see the elephants. You said elephants. Do you see letter S at the end of that word? No, that word is elephant. Can you read that sentence again?
Come and see the elephant.
Can you read that sentence again and point to each word?
Come and see the elephant.
And that word is the, remember. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, can you read that sentence for me?
Come and see the bear.
Okay, you said come and see the bear. What do you see at the end of that word?
S.
Right, so that word is bears. Can you read that sentence again?
Come and see the bears.
Okay. And sometimes a student can get words mixed up. Like a lot of students get see and said mixed up.
Come and said the zebras.
Okay, you said come and said the zebras. What letter would you expect to see at the end of said?
D.
Do you see a D at the end of that word?
No.
No, that word is see. Come and see the zebras. Can you read that?
Come and see the zebras.
Okay. Also, another word pair that students often mix up are and at.
Look and the baby monkey.
You said look and the baby monkey. What letter would you expect to see at the end of and?
D.
Is that a letter D?
No.
That's the letter
T.
T. This is look at the baby monkey. Can you read that?
Look at the baby monkey.
Okay. So finally, if a student reads successfully, you also want to ask them how they knew that that word was correct. So he's going to read this sentence correctly.
Come here, said Mom.
Okay, you said that word was said, and that was correct. How did you know that word was said?
The S and then it ends with a D.
Good. It's that the S is at the beginning and the D is at the end. So ultimately, you want the child to be able to attend to the beginning and ending sounds and words while he is reading.